Hey guys, how you doing? No, I'm still depressed, and there's just not much to say. Well, I guess I do have a lot to say. Um, let's see. Hmm. Well, the biggest thing is with the crisis at the border, which has gone beyond crisis. It's a full-blown disaster at over 18,000 teenagers and children at the border facilities. And Biden says, oh, this is all Trump's doing. This is Trump's fault. Really. So Trump is responsible for this stampede. You don't like to use the word surge, so we'll use the word stampede. Does that make you feel better? You poor liberals, you progressive, fragile little whatever. Okay, stampede, what we got. And AOC said, they're not surgeons. We didn't say they were. They said surge at the border. Just because you were using the word surge doesn't mean they're surgeons. Those are two different words. That's where her brain is at. Okay. I saw the video of the conditions there. And interesting how she would visit them while Trump was in office, but would not visit them while Biden is in office. So that's really interesting there. But here's the one that is sad but funny. Right? Biden sent a DC operative down to the border to block Ted Cruz from filming the facility. What was the thinking behind that, Mr. Biden? Mr. President, sir? You want to block? You say you're going to be more transparent than the previous administration. Yet you sent an operative down there to prevent Ted Cruz from filming the facility. That is very transparent of you, sir. That falls in line with your definition of the word transparent. Maybe you think transparent means that, like transsexual, you're going from a parent, or you're going from someone who's not a parent to now transitioning to a parent, right? Maybe that's what you think. But then he says, I don't know when I'll be transparent about the facilities, but I am more transparent than the previous administration. Yeah. Go suck an egg. You know. And so she sends an operative who stands in front of the camera. And everywhere the camera turns, she's right there. I can almost hear, sis, when you get out of the way, you're blocking the camera. Mom, she's bothering me again. You remember those kids? One would be trying to film something, and the other would just do this. Yes, you have very nice eyebrows. Now, can you please get out of the way, sis? And he says, I'm not getting out of the way, Johnny. I said, Mom, she bothered me again. Will you please get her out of here? Are you bothering your brother again? No, Mom, I'm not. I'm just getting in his shot. That's all I'm doing. And it's like, gee, you have nice eyebrows. You know, I mean, that's the thought that goes to my mind when I see you got all of this, right? Oh, I got it right here, right? So, here's what you're seeing. Yeah, right. Here's what you're seeing. Well, actually, you don't have the glasses, right? Okay. So, Ted Cruz is trying to film the facilities, right? And all of a sudden, here comes this woman with the mask on, so she looks like this. And then she tried to block him. Hey, who's that girl? She's got nice eyebrows. Do you have her number? Can I call her? She's got pretty eyebrows. And look at those eyes. Very pretty. That's the thought that went through my mind. I said, hey, she's got pretty eyebrows. What's her name? Do you have her number? I want to call her. I said, you know what attracted me? You know what made me fall in love with you? Your very pretty eyebrows. Your eyebrows that look so pretty. And I just had to call you up and let you know, hi, I just saw you on TV. Yeah. You got the prettiest eyebrows I've ever seen. What's your name? Would you like to go on a date with me? I fell in love with you because I fell in love with your eyebrows. Crazy, right? And they're putting, and this is a COVID super spreader event that Biden has created. Okay? And they're giving these kids who can't speak English in-class learning over at their convention center. So they're letting all of these migrant kids into the convention center for in-person learning. But as far as the local children are concerned, they're not allowed. They're denied. We're keeping those kids out of school, but we're going to put these migrant children and give these migrant children education that we're denying our own children. That's smart. That is brilliant. And, of course, everybody's happy with them. Oh, I love the fact that while our children are being denied in-class learning, And they're falling behind. But they're going to give these kids who came in, who were smuggled in, education. So, it's just very depressing. Very depressing. And Biden says, oh, this is a result of what Trump did. Really? You stopped everything Trump did. So in other words, we haven't seen anything like this since Trump put those policies in place. And then once you remove those policies, then we have this surge, the stampede, and you're going to blame Trump for the stampede that began the day after you won the election in November. Mr. Biden, sir, you don't know what the heck you're talking about. You have no connecting brain cells. You just, everything you say doesn't make sense. And they're afraid to touch him. They're afraid to touch him because, see, my mom, you know, see, we were thinking that they were going to touch President Obama because they were afraid to call him racist. Now, we're afraid to touch Biden because we're afraid that they're going to accuse us of making fun of the elderly. Okay. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is shameful. This is really shameful. It's an embarrassment. So what can we do? While Biden drives our country further and further into the ground, you know, so we have to sit by and watch it happen. You know, it's just, and it's just, ay, ay, ay. So, and now Biden is letting people down to the facility. Now that, and people who are supposed to be my friends, okay, says all these nasty things about Ted Cruz. And Ted Cruz was trying to show the American people what Biden is doing. And they attack him for it. I thought all this animosity would be over when Trump left office. But not so. It's going to continue. It's going to continue. Hatred knows no bounds. Hatred, that's all it is hatred. I've said this before. When you have hatred, hatred needs something to hate. And once that um, victim is out of the way. Now hatred says, what or whom can I hate now? We'll hate Ted Cruz. We'll hate this person. We'll hate that person. Just because President Trump is no longer in the White House doesn't mean all this hatred is going to go away. Because that's not the way hatred works. Hatred is a virus. It's a sickness. It is a cancer in our society. We have to stop hating. That is what will help. If you could stop the hate, just like the fever in Vegas, right? When you got the fever in Vegas, you are going to keep gambling and gambling and gambling. And the alcoholic, it's a sickness. Alcoholism is a sickness. Gambling is a sickness. Hatred is a sickness. Okay? They're all sicknesses. And just because for the alcoholic, they say, okay, I'm going to stop your drinking. They will look elsewhere from alcohol. Gambling, once you remove that person away from gambling temptations, they're going to keep looking for things to gamble on. Okay, just like what happened with that big winner over at Pressure Luck. Okay, he could have been happy with his $110,000 and take that $110,000 and say, this is the most I've ever won. Let's be smart and put this in a money market account, in the certificate deposit account, in the vault. Let's invest this money so that it becomes a nest egg. We would kill for that amount of money. Okay? And he wins it kind of cheatingly on Pressure Luck. So what does he do? He's the gambler. He is the get-rich-quick gambler. So he could not be happy or content for winning that $110,000 on Pressure Luck and say, okay, I'm going to save this money or invest it so it works for us. No, because that's the sickness. That was saying, let's see if I can make money off of this. And that's when he found this crazy thing about the dollar bills thing. And so it was the sickness, it was the cancer, it was that virus of gambling that destroyed him. Hatred destroys the person who hates. Because you're going to keep looking for things to hate. And eventually you'll start hating yourself. And you'll end up destroying yourself. So, that's basically all this is. So now they're attacking Ted Cruz. And Biden is just trying to hide his crimes. He doesn't want to admit that by his executive order and getting rid of Trump policies that brought this on, okay, that he'll blame the results of his own actions on Trump. Trump did not put a gun to his head, and say, you must do this. Okay. It was, I don't know, it has to be his hatred toward the president. And that's what hatred does. Hatred just consumes all rational thinking. So nothing that person does nothing that person will do will ever make sense. Because the hatred is so strong. It's a cancer that eats up rational thinking. So now we're just destroying our country, destroying those children. Everything he did was out of hatred. Even though it was working, as they said, they hate President Trump more than they love our country. And it's so very true by what we're seeing. Bill Maher said he would love for there to be a recession just to make President Trump look bad. Okay. He was counting on a recession. Be careful what you wish for. And we got the pandemic, which they blamed on President Trump. But it hit Europe before it ever hit us. So how could it be President Trump's fault? And when President Trump was trying to get a handle on coronavirus early last year, the Democrats were busy impeaching him. So, no connecting brain cells. So anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening in. I'll see you later. Take care. See you soon. And take care. Alright. Thanks. Okay. Bye.